This video is brought to you by Airsoft Master.
SilencerCo, a company known for the suppressors, and now known for the Maxim 9. A pistol that's actually impressive that shoots around 1,300 rounds per minute. Now that's a lot of rounds. But what if you wanted an airsoft range? Today we're going to be talking about the SilencerCo Maxim 9 by Krytac. Hey guys, welcome back to Airsoft Masters, and just like we always do, we'll work our way from the front to the back of any other pistol or rifle. Now, let's go ahead and start off with the Maxim 9, talking about this oddly shaped, but surprisingly cool, suppressor. Now, the reason why they would do this in the real steel situation is to prevent what's known on the other pistols is delayer issues. Now, the reason why Maxim 9 itself in the model has a fixed barrel and also the integrated suppressor is to prevent that delayers. What that means is instead of using your suppressor on a regular pistol, you'll notice that the barrel will tilt up. Now if you had a suppressor, you're going to have to deal with that issue of cycling and having problems with that by having a different seals. SilencerCo basically changed that up with having a fixed barrel and the integrated suppressor is there. Now for the real steel wise and compared to the airsoft wise, this is just Gucci points in regards of it. So other than the actual suppressor themselves that's impressive, let's go ahead and see what's going on with the actual externals on the rest of it. Starting off with the slide. Now on the end of the slide itself, you're going to notice you're going to have these exaggerated lightning cuts on the back end of it for the reload themselves. It's actually a nice textured grip, so you can actually grip it no problem in regards of actually doing your re-rack setting for any situations of reloading. Now as well as that, you're going to notice on the top end of where the suppressor starts, you're going to notice on the top end you're going to have these little grub screws to actually hold your plate. That plate, surprisingly, can put on your any type of RMR red dots you want to use on here. So, hey, if you guys don't want to use the sights in on the front and the rears, you can always put that nice red dot in there to make it more futuristic. And what more futuristic can be like this? So since this pistol is basically licensed by SilencerCo themselves, you're going to notice the trademarks all the way throughout the pistol. For example, the barrel itself, you're on your grip on the end of it where it says Maxim 9 and SilencerCo, specifically where the city is located on it, which is West Valley, Utah. And of course, one thing you're going to notice, on the actual compensator or suppressor themselves, you'll see the actual Maxim 9 insignia. You can't go wrong with it though. All the licensed trademark is actually pretty impressive. And as well to that, what's really impressive is the textured grip that's on the pistol end of it right now. It's very futuristic in the designs of having all these slashes all the way for the texture itself. But as regards to the grip, this almost feels like the same way as a stippled design for like your standard Glocks. Now, onto the trigger. The trigger itself is a flat blade trigger itself on it, and as well to that, the trigger pull is very, very short. What this means, the shorter the trigger pull, the more responsive it is. And I gotta admit, it's very impressive right now. So basically adjusting your hop up on a pistol like this, like almost like your Glock, how do you adjust it if it's a fixed barrel? Well, that's actually pretty simple. All you need to do is just rack the pistol back, lock it in, and on the other side of it itself, you're going to see a little indentation slot inside where the fixed barrel would be at. All you need is a 2mm Allen key to insert the slot and then follow the directions, which is clockwise in my direction, to basically adjust increase hop up from there. Remember, you're going to need a 2mm Allen key inside to basically adjust your hop up. Alright guys, now basically we got to the part of the channel is we're going to basically find the magazine compatibility. Now in Airsoft Masters we only have two magazines itself for this Maxim 9. Is the Krytac's own pistol, and as well to that, the Elite Force Glock magazines. So let's go ahead and test this out. Starting off with the Elite Force Glock magazine. It's just like a real Glock. Rack it, it actually is still compatible. And of course your Krytac magazine does have the same thing as a standard Glock magazine to basically hold 20 rounds. Now here's the cool part. Once you rack the pistol and lock it in, this thing does also have a full auto feature. And just like a Glock 18, for certain upgrades, it's right underneath here. All you need to do is flip the switch itself, and now it's full auto. Pretty impressive. So when we chrono these pistols, we're looking on average with 0.20 gram BBs, and with green gas, we notice that on average we're looking around from 290 feet per second to 300. Now, if you want to shoot it a little bit harder for the outdoor range, you can always convert it to the CO2 magazines that Krytac sells as provided. Now, again, for regards to the actual chrono itself, on regards to the shooting the pistol, it's actually still pretty good. Alright guys, so basically let's see how the pistol comes in when you purchase it. For starters, the fact that it has the trademarks on the box of SilencerCo with the Maxim 9 model, and as well to that on the other side, the design coming from the grip. Now, this is actually a pretty nice style in regards of it. Well, let's open the box. The first thing that comes into mind, the first two introductions, is the Maxim 9 insignia on the top of it. You would see on your integrated suppressor. As well to that, your Krytac instruction manual for the pistols of either troubleshooting or any other issues you will need to find out in regards to operating it in the manual itself. Let's get to the pistol. Now the first thing we're introduced to is the pistol itself. As well to that, it's including the magazine for it, the 4mm and 2mm Allen keys. As well to that, if you look inside here, is your jamming and cleaning rod to help clean the pistol and also unjam it with any BBs inside the chamber. And of course, what can go wrong with it than to actually have the black actual Maxim insignia for this suppressor. The way how it's packaged and everything, I also give it the A for effort in regards to the way to store it, and as well to that for transportation. For starters, this is something that you would see that's completely different to any other Glock, I would say. And the fact that for a futuristic style, all the way around with the crazy suppressor, the grip itself, the flat blade trigger on it, it's pretty nice. In fact, I just like how very comfortable it is with the grip itself and the texture just even racking it. It's very, very controllable. And as well to that, for the futuristic side, there's a TV show I would watch. It's an animated TV show to be exact. It's called Psycho-Pass. And this pistol reminds me of the Dominator that they would use in regards of it. I mean, look at it. This is really impressive. Now, if you want one of these pistols, go ahead and check out airsoftmaster.com and put down a comment on YouTube exactly what you guys think about it, or what does this futuristic pistol look like to you. As well to that, this is Mike, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. To be honest, I might buy this myself.